gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
And a Holly Girl.
podcast number 92.
Yeah, so we took a couple weeks off. Let's talk about what you guys do with your couple weeks off.
Went to a hockey game.
Too much.
Yeah, are we all done with graduation parties?
Yes.
I think we're finished.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we're at that weird age where like everyone we know or our own kids or whatever, everyone's got a graduation party. And at some point, I'm just like checking the boxes. Like, okay. I'm happy for them, right? I'm happy for them, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially Holly, right? If it's your own kid.
Yes, it's unbelievably busy. I did not realize that there was so much to do, and you don't realize it until it actually comes. And then you have family who comes in and you have to entertain them, and Holly, go get food. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to feed everybody? And so it was just a lot. I am not your typical like host. I'm like, you come over and my house is your house. If you want to find food, find food. I'm just not your charcuterie board type of person. I'm just not.
Yeah.
But yes, treat my house like it's your own. Do it yourself.
Yeah, just show up and let's chill out, right?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. My mom's like, where did you get this from? You're not like my sister is such the like planner and everything is great, and I'm just kind of go with the flow. And my mom is like super planner, so she's like, I didn't rub off on you at all. No, that's okay. That's all right. I'm just not that person.
You have me that's more like you, and then you have my wife whenever you have things at your house where she's running around like a tornado, like trying to make sure everything's perfect and this and that. And then when it's done, even if it's like 30 minutes, she's like, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I bet. It's like you just ran a marathon. So
yeah, that's too much for me. I am just not that person. I never have been, but that's all right.
So Greg, what'd you think about the hockey game?
It was great.
First one ever?
First one ever. Yep, it was pretty action packed, I can say that.
What game was this?
It was the KC Mavericks. You know, I don't even know who they were versus. I was just
Was there
like finals or championship like of I think 7 games? So,
yeah,
normally.
Probably. Yeah, minor league.
Yeah.
It's either minor league, it might be independent. I don't know if they are they affiliated with another team, Greg?
I don't know.
I asked the wrong person.
You did.
I'm looking.
You are correct.
It was for the moment, so I know nothing about hockey.
I forgot you said that you didn't know who they were even playing, so probably wouldn't know.
Seattle Kraken. You guys know what the Seattle Kraken is?
No, is that who they were playing?
NHL. That's NHL hockey.
It just says Kansas City Mavericks is the professional hockey team and proud affiliate of the Seattle Kraken.
Okay, that's the NHL team.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
is that new?
There you go.
Yeah, a couple years.
This is called the ECHL.
Okay,
that's what their division is called.
Google is wonderful.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and we're live. We can Google things.
Yes.
Was there any fights?
Yes,
that's important.
There were like a few side fights, but there were 2 major fights, and it was it was pretty crazy.
Speaking of that, with you being a sports person, Holly, of college football just around the corner, And you also being a gamer, which we learned on last week's stream that apparently a lot of people didn't realize. Which, by the way, I hope everybody enjoyed. We tried to broadcast it live. It didn't work. We couldn't do it. It couldn't pick up the audio. But anyways, are you excited for the college football game that's coming out in July? Will you play that?
Excited. I
Okay.
mean, I just love the game. I love the atmosphere. I'm excited.
I plan on
Let's-
streaming it when it comes out.
Oh, really?
The video game, yeah. Because I'm going to take Mizzou to the national championship. It's the only way they're going to make it. It's not going to happen in real life. So,
No, what, are you not excited?
no, I am.
Oh, the way you looked at me like, Holly.
No, I could tell in your brain, you're like, yeah, that's the only way Mizzou's going to make it to the national championship. So,
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
I was like, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
I don't know.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
well, yeah, I can't say the same today. I'm excited. This is the first year for the Big 12.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I wonder if they play at KU this year.
If they do, I will be there. Like,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
Seriously,
about it.
you can get tickets there. Although their stadium is being renovated right now, so that may hurt the seating. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, where are they playing? They're playing at they're playing where the that soccer team plays. You can tell how much I'm into soccer.
Kansas State.
The
The
Sporting KC.
football.
Yeah, that's where they're playing their home games at, I
Wizards?
think, this year.
Oh, really? I
And
know
the
that.
Wizards haven't been around.
Wait,
The KC Wiz.
wait
They
a
don't play
minute.
KU this year.
No. Is it start next year then? That's sad. Because let's see, Kansas State, Utah, Texas Tech.
Oh, they probably
The big
split it.
divisions,
They
yeah.
probably split it into divisions.
That is not okay with me.
Me either. The whole point of Arizona coming to the Big 12 was so that you could come here and watch them play KU.
Right.
They will basketball.
And I feel like get rid of like the expedition games, the crappy, not crappy, but like they're not as important the first like 3 games. Get rid of those and let us play our division if there's an issue with like room or how many teams you can play in the season.
That's
But
kind of
I
how I feel about the NFL.
I want to say that the college, I had heard, or I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy, but that they extended the season, like a couple games.
The playoffs.
It was it the playoffs?
Yeah, that's like 12 teams now or something like that.
Oh, good. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mizzou may have been in the playoffs if it had been that way last year.
Yes. Yep.
The Final Four thing, I didn't like it. I thought it was-
Well, the biggest problem I saw with it was the fact that all the stars, if you weren't in the last two ball games, then nobody played. Like we played an OSU team that I think like 14 of their starters didn't even show up.
Mhm.
So it's kind of dumb. But
Yeah.
it's all about the Benjamins, but at the same time, the players are starting to figure that out too. And I think it's kind of hurting things, but they'll figure it out. Because anytime that the SEC, the football conference, they're asking Congress to get involved into regulating some of this, that means they realize that the kids are starting to figure it out and it's going to start cutting into their pocketbooks. So,
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I guess in a way, I'm happy the kids are starting to figure it out. I mean, why all the money goes directly to, it doesn't really even go to the schools. So
Yeah. No, it's always been big business. Not always, but I think really in the 80s it turned into big business. And then the kids are getting like $250 a month stipends back then, or in the 90s, I think it was. And now they're actually getting paid. I mean, you got I forget who Sonny was, the Manning kid, that is the backup quarterback for Texas,
Mhm.
making more money than the first round draft choice the year before made in the NFL. So it's like, oh yeah, and he didn't even play. Well, I think he took some snaps, but he wasn't the starter.
wow.
So, and now he's decided he's not going to let his likeness be in the football game that's coming out in July. So I don't know. There's something there. They're going to figure it out. But anyways,
Anyway,
well, since it's called Crypto Bros, I guess we should talk a little bit about crypto.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
With the bulls.
for the
Bulls.
most part, though, things have just kind of been sideways. It hasn't really done a whole lot. There was a little bit of a surge because we haven't been on in 2 weeks. There was a little bit of a surge at the end of last week. I thought
Yeah.
that Friday before Memorial Day weekend, I was like, oh, I got
Here
all
we
excited.
go. Yeah.
And then it just tapered off. But one of the things we were on that space last week, one of the things I wanted to talk about, which is why it says team leaders at the top, is I think I know the answer, so I'll just tell you where I'm at. We can just converse about it. But I'm starting to see, and maybe this has been going on for a while, but I haven't really necessarily like thought about it in this way, that there are a lot of good ideas out in the space, like a lot of good ideas.
Mhm.
But the only ones that are really doing anything are the ones that are led by the good teams and the different team leads or whatever that looks like. Because we've seen some excellent ideas come through the pipeline that has fizzled out and went nowhere, whether it was an idea that was over someone's head or something that wasn't thought through very well. And then we've seen other people, because I'm not going to name the bad ones, okay?
Yeah.
But we've seen other people. Let's take Hank for example. I will say the good ones. Starts a whole new thing on Kronos chain, gets zero support from them, and decides, okay, this thing is going to work. It's just not going to work here. Changes direction, and if you've been paying attention at all, the diamond swap is up. The token isn't launched yet, but it's coming very, very quickly. And these sort of things, and that took like a year and a half. Maybe we're coming up on 2 years actually, and where I think other teams would have given up already. And he's one of many. There's a lot of good leads out there.
Yeah.
But are you guys more excited about the utility or the team when it comes to that now? Because I think I've flopped. Because I think I used to be utility.
See, and I was just going to say that I think I flopped too, because I used to be, well, without utility, you can't go anywhere, blah, blah, blah.
Agreed.
And it's like, wait a minute.
Mm.
The only way to go somewhere is the person behind this project and their connections and what they do to market their product to bring in the users.
Mhm.
So,
Well, but not only that, Holly, what happens when you get into what some people would consider a dead end when you're trying to develop this new tech or whatever this utility is, and then they just give up, or other people go,
right.
no, we're going to change something slightly and, move on the fly and be diversified a little bit or whatever that looks like. Because you guys know this, and maybe some of the newer listeners didn't know this. I used to be all about utility. If you didn't have a utility, I'm not interested. But then what I've seen is some projects, once again, not going to name names, that had great utility and ideas, but their leadership could not get them over the hump, and it just fizzled out on the way.
Yeah.
So for me, as we come up on the supposed bull run, I'm starting to get more about backing team, because I don't care how good your utility is. If you're not changing with the times and you're not adapting to what's going on, just think about like the whole fact of like the reflection tokens, right? Like that was a huge thing and everybody wanted to do it. And then all of a sudden, we kind of figured out that wasn't going to be the way, and people started changing the way they were doing things. I don't know. I just changed my mind here recently, and I don't know why it was like an epiphany that, oh wait, I'm not that same dude anymore. But utility is still important, but I'm about the leadership, I think, now.
Yeah.
Well, a good team will eventually bring a good product, or should.
It should.
Should.
I mean,
And not
if you have
every
a
good team is going to succeed either, because maybe they don't have the ideas or the funds. There are other areas of this factors that matter. But I've just seen more great ideas with weak leadership fail than I have great teams with not necessarily the greatest ideas fail, if that makes sense. And then over time, those not so great ideas have evolved into something that was pretty cool. So I don't know, just something I'd throw out there. But with that being said, what about this bull run? Do you guys think this is going to be a thing? Because how many people predicted it be April, May? Here we are, June 2nd. If you do think it's going to be a thing, do you think it's going to be what you thought it was 3 months ago?
No.
I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are.
I don't think we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just unpredictable.
I don't think that it's going to be this parabolic, crazy, like all of a sudden your money has just gone crazy up. I think it's going to be a gradual, and I don't know if, like, I can't really say we'll know for sure if we're in a bull run. It's just going to, gradually go up, but you're going to see your dips and go up. That's the way I see it, but I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I just was curious what your guys' opinion was on it, because there was a lot behind it. I mean, anybody that has studied the charts and the history of, say, Bitcoin and its halving has seen it has taken a few months before things really got it rolling.
Yeah.
But who's to say history is going to repeat itself too?
That's kind of, and with so much of the government now getting involved in the big companies, the big banks, JP Morgan finally decided, oh, hey, we're going to try this out too.
Yeah.
I just don't see it going parabolic and making, everybody this crazy amount of money. They can't let that happen. So, yeah.
Well,
I have theories. And they're back. They're like, now everybody's kind of up to speed when it comes to crypto. Whereas 4 years ago or whatever, they weren't. They weren't. It was a fluke in their eyes. And now it's becoming a real thing.
If they even knew what it was.
Right.
And if they did, it was more of a scam in their eyes. You're right. People have been educated.
Right.
And they just passed a bill, didn't they?
Of
some crypto bill that Biden didn't veto.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, I actually reposted that he from Watcher Guru said that he vetoed the bill that allowed highly regulated financial firms to hold Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our government, and if you follow us on X, you've seen it. I've started to get a little bit more vocal with some different things by just retweeting things. Because none of those are my own original thoughts, but it's like every time we take a step forward, the government comes in and we end up having to take 2 steps back. Yeah. And I think I'm with you too, Holly. I think there is something to the fact that if we are all millionaires, then that doesn't do anything for anyone, because the only thing that's going to happen is everything's going to cost more money.
Right.
So,
and the thing is, it's not just American people, it's the world. The world is going to, they can't let that happen. I'm sorry. That's just reality of it.
Well, even if they do, then a gallon of milk's going to be $150.
Everything else is just, they're going to, it's got to even itself out at some point. And that comes with all of the economy as well. So, yeah.
So I think that I'm starting to get on board with the idea that, yeah, there will be a quote unquote bull run, but I don't know that it's going to be 100x stuff. Like, you put money in something and you can't help but win, like it was last time.
Yeah.
I do think that there'll be slow and steady may end up winning the race on this. And we may go through what would be bull cycles, kind of like in the stock market, where there's a long, good run, but people aren't 1000xing their money, because for everybody who puts $100 in, if everybody made $10,000, that's just, the math doesn't work.
The math isn't mathing.
What's that? The math isn't mathing.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite to say.
But it's true. It wouldn't work. We've talked about before about, people were like, well, SHIB to $1 or whatever. The market cap of SHIB would have to be higher than all of the combined market caps of all the cryptos in the entire world right now to even get to, I think it was to like 75 cents. So for it to get to $1 means the dollar is not worth what it was before, because many, many people have 500 million SHIB or 100 million SHIB. If it got to $1, how many multi-time millionaires? Yeah,
every single member of my family.
exactly.
Like
So-
every single member. So like
That'd be cool.
then I wouldn't have to share. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's just not possible.
Yeah. So I think there's going to be some things to get into. The things that I think may 100 or 1,000 X itself, like right off the bat or whatever, are things that you're going to have to gamble on. You know, projects that are like the DGen plays, like our Queen Holly over here.
Yes.
And those just aren't the things where I'm at in my life right now that I'm willing to get into, but teach their own. I mean, you had a story on X about one that you got into. How's that? I can't remember the name of it.
So one of them was Pepe on Soul.
Mhm.
That one, like I keep taking profit, but I am also trading it. So,
Mhm.
but I still, I'll take profit here and there. And then now I'm just at the point where I have a certain amount in there. And if it falls beneath a certain threshold, I'll sell it. Like I'm good. I'm at that point. And same with Zach Morris. Freaking Zach Morris, you guys.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I got in super low. I mean, I got in less than a penny. It's now like hovering around 6 to 8 cents. It just kind of does a little, but I'm at the point where whatever I have in there, I've already taken enough profit that let it ride. Let's see what happens because, per his tweets, he's like, we're going to get this sucker to 15 cents by June 7th. So what do I have to lose now? I've already made my money.
Yeah.
So if you could get it to 15 cents, let's go, Zach Morris.
So how are they going to get it to 15 cents? So all marketing?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it has to be, right? There's no utility to it.
yeah. And they, I can't even begin to tell you how many like pump and dump groups there are.
Oh yeah.
So you have to watch it. You have to, you really got to pay attention. I really don't care at this point. If it goes to zero, I've made my money.
That's the cool thing about playing on house money, though. Once you get to that point, then it's okay.
And that's how I am with a lot of a lot of these DGen plays. I will not hold it long term. I know it within 2 hours, I've got to get out. I also don't really tweet about it at all, hardly, because people could get wrecked and that's my fault. And I know what I have, I can afford to lose, and I do it.
There he is.
Yeah, there's a guy that
Outstanding,
we've been having supporting for a long time, but yeah, so it has to 3x the market cap of Bitcoin, and I think it has to be higher than the entire market cap of all the cryptos now. So
That's crazy.
That's just something that's
A lot.
the math doesn't math. But like you just said though, Holly, so if you can get into some of those plays, the average person, I would guess, wouldn't throw more than say $50 at something like that.
No.
So even if 1,000 X's, it's not going to be life-changing money.
Well, and that's exactly it. Like my plan has always been like, we have our little group and they gave me money to say, hey, Holly, here. And I so far we're at like 6 times our money that we originally started. And so my plan was, at first I was putting 0.2 ETH in these things and like, doing that. Then I moved up to 0.5. And, as long as I had time to watch the chart and actually trade it, I was able to, not really go beneath any of our money. So now we're at, about a SOL every time because we're up that much that we can afford that. But again, I'm also have my bot set at, it doesn't go below this price, and it does it on my own and it alerts me and stuff. And so we're making money. It's a slower process than, throwing everything in there. Like Zach Morris, if I would have thrown everything we would have had, we would have been like in the tens of thousands. And so it's like, well, shit, but you can't think that way, because I've also gotten in some that I swear it was waiting for me to put my money in to pull. And it's not, they don't rug pull it. They just have so much of the supply that they sell almost, damn near to nothing. So I've been involved in a few of those ones, and my fault, but you know,
It happens though, and that's the gamble of it.
legit casino. Like, I really hope that people don't look at these coins like they're going to last forever, because they're
Mhm.
not. I don't get involved in the communities because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think that they're going to last long enough to even like make friends. So
Yeah.
No, and we've seen some of those, and if you treat them for what they are, then it can be fun and there can be money to be made. But
Mhm.
that's the difference. Well, one of the differences between Holly and I is we don't trade the same way. That's just not what I'm trying to do right now.
right.
But guess what? We can still get along, and it's okay.
I know. I mean,
Maybe.
it's not like I'm fully putting all of my money into the, you know, meme coins.
But if you
I
did, that's your
consider-
choice.
Well, even then, you know, even still, that is true. Like, it's this
We're
is,
gonna have to mute Greg.
but I mean, I put myself in a position where I'm comfortable with what I have long-term hold, and by long-term, I'm meaning like XRP,
Right.
PEEP, like those ones I'm going to hold long-term. And so,
But those are the ones I think people are expecting to make them multimillionaires. That's one of the questions of when Lambos start coming out and things
Yeah.
like that.
and some people actually do. I mean,
Depends on when you bought it.
it
Some
depends-
people are already there.
exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Great.
And like a lot of these, so a lot of
Mhm.
soul coins, I've realized that they start off on pump.fun. And then after a certain period of time, then they put them onto Radium, and you know, where you
Radium.
can buy them without having to go to pump.fun or whatever it's called. I've never done it because it looks like a 80s video game, and it just is sketch. Why am I'm not going to connect my
There's
wallet? to
nothing
that.
wrong with 80s video games, okay?
Wow.
Hey,
No, they're so fun. I really, 80s video
Retro.
games are fun, but
No, I'm with you.
am I
understand
going to
what you're
connect
saying.
my wallet to something that looks like that? No, I'm
Not your main wallet.
No.
This
I
is
mean-
why we are diversified in wallets also.
Well, that too, but still, I
Yeah.
just can't. I don't want to get. I have yet to get hacked or anything, and I want it to stay that way. And by that, you don't connect your wallets to things.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna knock
right.
on wood, but I don't see anything.
I don't have any either. Oh, I don't even think that's
yeah,
actually.
watch out what you
but-
connect with.
I mean, yeah.
It's true. I mean,
Use a burner wallet.
there is something
I
to be
have
said. Oh, I bet you got so many you've lost track of them. I
have.
actually came across an old wallet that I'd forgot about, and
Mhm.
I was like, oh yeah, I think there's some BNB on there.
yeah.
You know how much BNB was on that wallet?
How much?
How about
2.
11,000 BNB.
Really?
What?
Oh,
But
well,
it wasn't real.
Oh, I'm like, wait.
When
a
I
minute.
refreshed it, it was down to like 0.5.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I logged on. I was like,
You had
I
an
forget what
Evergrow moment.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Evergrow.
Oh, we're a trillionaire.
Everyone's a trillionaire.
Well,
yeah.
Man, we were speeding that day.
You know, we were
Yeah.
trying to get to the office fast so we could sell.
I just figured out I have quite a bit of certain coins within a certain ecosystem. I don't even want to go there, but I found a old device that I have my other trust wallets on, and I looked. I was like, holy shit! Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah.
So that was kind of exciting.
So wait, hold on. What's one coin that you had on those old trust wallets?
One.
Like, are we talking about some pretty cool stuff here? Like money that you find a treasure?
Well, I
people-
mean, I found I have Evergrow. And
Yeah.
Evergrow.
I didn't even know, and it's more than I even would have figured I
Great, the charts are about to dump.
had. No, Atlas. I'm waiting for an Atlas wallet. I'm actually excited with them. I have several million of BBTF, and there's some Mahina on there, which Mahina's been actually going up, so that's great. Oh, I have company.
Hello.
But yeah, so and I have some Mirror protocols on there, and it's just specifically ecosystem, that little realm. There's still Safe Moon in there. You guys, I have 12 million Safe Moon coins in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and this was all just I'm like, well, this is kind of awesome. Like,
See,
I
we
didn't
live in
know-
different worlds, Holly. Like if
I
I had that many millions of these different coins, I wouldn't know where those were at.
Oh, yeah. I had.
The high
Put
roller.
them in an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah. I don't. It wasn't even my giveaway wallet, which that you would expect that, but no, I don't. I don't know why I have all these.
When
I
are
think
you
they're
going to
like
have the next
wafers
SafeMoon
or
giveaway space?
I need to have one. I was thinking
There's a
about doing it
bug
the other
flying
day
around
for
me.
for the podcast. I was actually going to do one, but
SafeMoon?
no. I mean,
What about safe?
yeah,
Well,
I can't even transfer. You can't,
Huh?
huh? Since the contract's paused, you can't even transfer.
This guy wouldn't know.
I honestly wouldn't even try.
Because I sold all
hot.
mine a long time ago.
I'm hodling.
Yeah.
Modeling, yeah.
Well, the only other thing I was going to touch on before we get to Caleb's choice is so now, because this is a little bit old news, but we have ETH ETFs that got pushed through pretty fast, it seemed like. I
It
think
did.
Bitcoin might have started the trend, and maybe a lot of the behind the scenes work had already been done. I'm not sure, but one, what are your thoughts on that? And then two, what's next? Because you think the ETFs are just going to stop at ETH and
No,
Bitcoin?
I think Solana.
You think Solana will be next?
I think Solana.
See, I think something like Solana, or at that scale, that could be huge.
So
That could change the needle more than even what some of the things are going on with ETH or Bitcoin. When you're talking about multipliers, like, trying to 100x your money or whatever that may be. But I don't know. You think Solana, huh? I don't know. I really don't know. It's got to be something that
Yeah,
has a good
I don't-
reputation.
And I don't see
Or
it
ADA.
being- I don't see it being BNB or no, I don't see it being ADA either.
I don't see it being BNB just because of the problems that Binance has
Right,
had with the
But
U.S.
like
government.
with Solana, the fees are so low that
Mhm.
it has a chance. There's a chance. I can't be like it for 100%, but
XRP.
Does it
or
have a
maybe
better?
it's like wishful thinking. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because I really like Solana, so I don't know.
Does
might
it have a better chance than Doge?
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
Hey,
But I have seen
Aw.
some stuff recently where people
The
were
Doge
thinking
dog.
that Doge may be the next
I-
one, and I thought, I don't know about that.
Um,
It still has that whole narrative of it being a joke from the beginning.
I mean, even
You
for
know,
me,
Yeah,
I still feel that way.
but
Like when sorry, Greg. I love Doge.
That's okay.
I love
you
my
can-
Doge.
yeah,
But
he's
even
crying
like-
on the inside.
Right, I think he is.
I'm tore up.
Yeah.
He's all tore up.
I'm holding it in pretty good.
But like when I try to I don't consider Doge like an altcoin for me. It is Doge. I hold Doge. I think I'll always hold Doge because it's Doge. Like, and that's, but I don't like consider it an alt. I don't know. I still find it as a meme coin.
Yeah,
What
Doge
if they
is
renamed
like
it?
the king of meme coins, and
Elon-
she was right there next to him. But
I think
'Cause I
Elon
don't
Musk
think
could change her mind pretty fast.
he probably could. Not gonna lie.
Let's
Don't
have
know
him
if he
on as a
will.
guest.
What?
Let's have
Caleb?
him on. Let's have him on as a guest.
There we go.
Let's just talk to him about it.
What it's its own thing. That's the
Let's
thing.
let Greg work on that because I'm not going to waste my time.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah. All right. So, anything anyone else wants to talk about before we get to Caleb's choice? Because even though we've been a little bit busy and we promised we'd be more like on time with our podcast, I know that our lives are a little bit busy today too. So this isn't going to be a 2-hour marathon, but
Oh.
we will be back on next Sunday. So we are planning on being here each and every Sunday for the foreseeable future. But anything else? Anybody else wants to talk about?
No, other than I got
Whoa,
so
whoa! You can't start it by saying
No.
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 Other than that's like my teenage daughters. No, we're good. Except for like no.
No,
Because
No,
as soon as you say no, my brain goes into the next thing. So, anyways,
Yeah,
go
that
ahead.
is true.
I'm just
Okay,
giving you a
so
hard time.
yes, so my daughter is and I can't even say like just her because I am too, is a huge fan of Billie Eilish.
Okay.
I like her too. I like her music. And you guys, we are going to Nebraska in November to go see her. She is sold out everywhere except Nebraska.
In Omaha?
Yes.
I'm telling you, that venue is awesome. I saw Lincoln Park there. You
Oh,
will,
really?
You will love it. Yes.
Ooh.
But I just find it funny
Park.
because like she's wanted to go forever. And so I'm like, okay. And so it came out in Arizona. She's going to be here. And the day that the tickets were released, I was like 3 minutes late and they were sold out.
Dang.
Yeah. And I
Wow.
was like, had everything ready. And then I got busy doing something and I was like, shit. And it sold out. And then I was just kind of looking at all like what's
Mhm.
fun, right? Like, where's all the places we could go that's fun? Everywhere sold out except Nebraska. So I
Wow.
got us like really close tickets. Like, I'm super excited about it. She's excited about it.
Are you
I'm
going
like,
backstage?
"Worst song ever right now." No, that would have been like really, really expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, these tickets were really expensive, but it's a graduation present. So yeah, it's not like I could get her a car for graduation because she doesn't drive. So
You can get me a car.
Yeah, we all drive, Holly.
Yeah.
no.
I graduated from high
I-
school too.
My
It
life
just was a
still
long
active.
time ago. Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah. So
Alright.
Billie Eilish for graduation.
Is
There
she
we
the
go.
one that wears really baggy clothes?
Yeah, real dark. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I know any of her songs.
I
I'm
won't-
officially
You
the
heard
old
it.
guy.
Probably.
No, I don't listen to basically new
Yeah, it's that
radio
one
at
song
all.
that she's like, I'm a
Oh.
bad guy. And then she goes, duh. Everybody knows that one.
Is it played on the oldie station?
No.
No, it was probably on commercials and stuff, though.
The golden
Well,
oldies.
it was on commercials too,
Yeah.
actually.
You have to watch TV for that to work.
Oh, hell. I don't know what to tell
Oh,
you.
hell.
Yeah, I don't watch TV
Yeah.
either.
Oh, hell.
Oh, hell.
All right, with that, let's get to Caleb's choice.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
All right. I got 4 questions. One of them, when I was doing the questions, it just popped in my head. I could have Googled it to get the answer, but I'm going to ask you guys. They made the first sundial or clock. How do they figure out what time it was at that point?
Oh, there's like a whole thing on it. Like you gotta, I can't even explain it.
So
I know
if
there's
it's
a whole
something,
ass thing on it.
the Aztec calendar thing.
I was waiting for Greg's head to explode when this question came up.
Yeah.
The ancient Atlanteans still had a clock that was still working from like an atomic battery. So they just
Really?
kind of.
I didn't know if it was something
What?
simple as like the sundial. You just point it north, and that means it's or that's 12. I don't know.
Well, the sundial doesn't
It's not
move;
that
it's the
simple.
shadow that moves, right?
Yeah, so if you just point I don't know how it all works.
But how'd that work without daylight savings time?
So if the sun's directly above you, they know it's halfway through. Right?
I don't know. Are they that
That's
Isn't
smart?
right. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be a standard?
But who decided that was noon?
Well,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Greg did.
ancient knowledge.
I mean,
That's
I
all
can
gotta go back
understand
to.
that it's like on the 12 hours, but
They already knew.
and the military uses a 24-hour clock, which to me makes way more sense than having AMs and PMs, but whatever. I don't understand the 17, it being 1700 makes way more sense to me than 5 o'clock.
I agree with that.
Not me.
Not you.
I hate military
Well-
time. I don't like it.
Okay, the only thing that I could say is
Wow.
why is it 1700?
Okay.
Why isn't it just 17? Because we say
PM's not
one.
better.
Yeah, but the 17, because there's 5 would just be, I guess they say 500,
Well-
but 5 is AM, 17 is PM. I don't know. The 100
I
part's
feel
what
like
jacks me up.
we should have never been taught the regular way to tell time and should have just only been military
Military?
time.
Agreed.
Because first off, now that I know regular time, I have to do the math minus 1200. And like, I'm not, I don't need to do no math. Like,
You wanna-
let's just skip it.
yeah.
You know what I have to do is I know the only one that I know is like just for whatever reason is 5 o'clock is 1700, and then I do the math from that. I don't know why.
Now, see,
Just the way you remembered
no,
it.
you say 1700,
Yeah.
and the first thought isn't, oh, it's 5 o'clock. My first thought is 1200 minus, and so then
Well,
I'm like, oh, it's 5.
I
Like,
think,
that's
Josh,
too much work.
the time clocks at the hotels were military time.
Yeah, that's why I know it because I used to clock
Yeah.
out at 5.
Yeah.
That's why that one
That's why-
number you asked about.
Yeah.
One
Makes
number.
more sense. Military time makes more logical sense.
There you go.
So the question of who, we don't really know that, right?
No, I don't think so.
But
Okay.
you did.
Out of my questions today, one of these came from Ho Ho Rapper. So
Hmm.
after we do these next two, you guys get to guess which one.
What do we win if we get it right?
Greg's going to give you $1 million.
$1 million dollars?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, all right.
I'll take 100,000 Doge.
All right.
Monopoly Doge.
All right. Question 2 is, if the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, what about the reality?
I actually really
Yep.
like this question.
I was just watching a video about this.
All right.
Can we all agree that certain people think certain things or people are beautiful that other people don't?
Yeah,
agree
your
with.
children when they're babies.
No, all
I'm
children
trying
are
to say
ugly
they're
when they're
ugly.
babies. Newborns are the ugliest, nastiest things. And then give them an hour or
Yeah,
two.
but you know what though? But when they're yours, and this is honestly because I'm the same way. I think all newborn babies look like wrinkled old men.
Wrinkle
and
old men aliens.
Yeah. But I don't feel like my daughter was ugly.
Well, you
And
know you're wrong though,
probably
because
was.
everyone else did.
Well, and that's the
So the
thing.
reality.
That in my eyes, I didn't see
Well-
it because I didn't want to see that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sure she wasn't like the cutest thing like I thought she was, but I really did. I can honestly say I didn't think I had an ugly baby.
how awkward is it when people say, "Oh, look at my daughter and how beautiful she is," even when she's like 3, and you're like,
Stop it. Like, I can't. No, I hate being in that position.
because you're not wrong. Everybody thinks their kids are cute.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Yeah,
Beauty is
until they open their mouths
Well.
and they become teenagers. But that's a different
Well,
story.
and then I mean, you can go even further and be like, whose reality? Your reality is different than my reality.
Right.
So,
Yep. It's separated.
yeah.
Yeah, but does my reality matter to you if you have a different reality?
Not, I mean, well, sometimes I guess
Like-
it's your reality with your perception of me that bothers me. But
Oh, I don't
Depends
care
on
what
what you
people
mean by
think
that
of me
question.
whatsoever.
But no, but I'm saying you specifically. I care what you guys think of me. Now,
Yeah.
some stranger
Right.
danger on Twitter can go F himself somewhere else. I don't care.
Whoa!
Wow, whoa. Hey, listen,
Whoa!
Oh.
No, no.
Oh, wow! We need a little song and dance video to interrupt that. Man, somebody's feelings just got hurt. No, I totally understand what you're saying. What were you saying, Greg?
Oh,
It's gone.
no. I was gonna say it depends on what you mean by that question. Like your well-being, I care for, but like the reality of how you think of things, like that's for you.
Yeah,
Like- No judgment
Yeah.
here. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
even the level of caring about someone's well-being is based on who that person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But your opinions are your opinions, like how you think something is or what you believe something is, shouldn't really affect me unless you try to come into my reality and change it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
even with
Yeah.
between the four of us, some of your opinions don't matter to me as much as other of your opinions. I don't mean in between. I don't.
Oh,
Hold on.
oh,
I know why that came off. I don't mean between you four. I mean, or as us as a four, there is several opinions of, say, Caleb's that I really care about, but there may be other opinions of Caleb's that don't mean as much, don't matter as much.
Caleb.
And with everybody,
Yeah.
because in our
Yeah.
own realities, we all put more value in certain things than other things. So, but it doesn't mean we can't be friends. This question
Right.
has got to be from Ho Ho Rapper.
That's oh my gosh, that is
probably-
what I've
yeah.
been thinking this entire time. This
But-
is
Yeah.
this is
well, we can figure that out in a little bit.
You ready for
Any more
third?
discussion? Yeah, let's go. Let's go before I get myself in trouble.
All right. Third question is: do you think there are more eyes or legs in the world?
legs. 100%. Look at
Or eyes or legs?
Don't
More
flies
eyes.
have like thousands of eyes?
Well,
well, but look, centipedes, how many legs do they have? Those little things.
they got a lot of legs.
Is
Mine
there a
wouldn't have
correct
eyes,
answer?
What about fish?
Yeah,
They
fish
don't
don't
have
even
any
have legs.
Yeah.
Either do
Well, in the
snakes.
ocean. But then you go like shrimp or whatever, and they got like a
They don't
bunch of
have-
legs.
They don't
Or,
have eyes.
or beetles. Or I don't
Well,
know.
there are some. There are some animals that don't have eyes.
Does Google have an answer to this question? Do you know the answer to this question?
I do not know the answer to this question.
You do?
No, I don't. I just.
Oh.
Oh, that just
What
popped
about
up.
what about cameras? I have a camera. Does that count?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
We can get
What?
robots.
It's legit.
Let's ask Google.
Oh, I know. It's legs.
Really?
There are
Oh.
at least 20 quadrillion ants in the world, while there are just a
Oh,
few
the
trillion fishes. So
Mm.
that
We forgot about the
changes it.
ants.
The ants,
ants.
stupid
The
ants.
Heck, gummit.
But we were on the right track with the
All
whole
comes
fish don't
down
have
Ants.
legs.
So
But there
see,
are
yeah,
20
don't-
quadrillion ants in the world. That's insane.
Exiled Sandman.
Ho Ho definitely didn't ask that one.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
that one.
so what's your final answer on which one Matt or Ho Ho Rapper asked?
The second one.
Which question was submitted? It was that
The
second-
reality.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah,
What about you, Josh?
I'm just going to be different. So I'm going to say the last one with the legs and the eyes.
Josh is the winner.
Wow.
Wow.
No celebration.
The
for
loser.
Josh.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No.
We don't
Everyone's
give
like,
them that.
I'm
No.
going to have my own
No.
celebration.
So if there are any more questions people are listening that want to ask us, they can put it in the comments and then we can get it out there for you guys to answer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There's a question out there.
There's a question out there. Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Here, we'll add one more. What are your thoughts about being taught multiplication wrong?
I think, yeah.
You don't want to know my thoughts.
The math doesn't math.
The math is not math.
It doesn't. No.
Yeah.
No.
If you're multiplying, it should get bigger.
I don't. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm actually okay with being taught multiplication wrong, just because of the fact that I don't want to relearn it. I'm lazy and
Oh.
old.
Did you guys
Gotcha.
but going back to crypto for anybody who is involved with Grove, John G, the CEO, has made the decision to step down from his role.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did that just happen?
An hour ago.
Oh.
I wish I could say I was shocked.
Breaking
Sean
news.
will be stepping up to assume position. Sean has been a dedicated advocate of the brand since inception and is constantly demonstrated the leadership skills necessary to guide GroveX and its team in the right direction. We extend our gratitude to John for his contributions and look forward to continued success under Sean's leadership.
Huh.
Well, that's interesting. Here, that goes back to what we were talking about team leads, right? Like
Yeah.
the worship complex that people have for certain team leads. John was definitely one of those.
Yeah.
John G was. There's a couple Johns. John G was actually one of those people that people kind of had that savior complex for. So
They did. They did.
it's kind of died off, I feel like, over the last year.
100%.
But there are some real diehards out there that still will would have fought to the death for that guy.
Well, that part I can't ever understand because, like, other than my family, there's really not, a whole lot of people I would be like that too.
Yeah.
But it's really sad to me because the reason they're like that is because of the BS they were fed the entire time that
Mhm.
that person was
Mhm.
part of the project or company or whatever you want to call them. So, like it's probably best for Grove's sake. However, I mean, from what I understood, wasn't it John G that had all the connections when it came to everything? I mean, I know they came out that it was kind of not true, the like Dubai connections, but
Yeah, it's
so
so. Did that ever come out that it wasn't true? I just put the official announcement up there. One of the cool things about being able to go live is
yeah, that
you
is
can
pretty
still dual screens are important. Yeah, I don't know when I kind of lost faith in that, but
yeah.
it's been a while. I haven't really
You
paid
know what?
attention.
I hold quite a, well, not quite a bit, but I even hold Grove.
In that wallet.
I hold
Yeah,
some
You
Grove.
just found?
yes, I'm telling you, it's that whole ecosystem. Like,
I was gonna say that wallet's like 2 years old, isn't it?
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. So thanks, Matt, for or Ho Ho Rapper. I just doxed him, I guess.
Was that
Who
his
cares?
Oh,
Yeah.
ho.
That was
Number
yeah.
3.
We know you well, ho ho.
One of us does.
Who?
Josh got it right.
I
You
did.
cheated.
Josh
No,
got
it was
it
number
no,
3.
It was number 3.
It was number 3.
It was
Wait.
Yeah, I guess number 2 as
the
well.
leg, the eyes and legs were ho ho.
Oh my
Rapper.
gosh, I totally missed you saying that. That it was.
Yeah. So Josh is the winner.
Mm.
Josh
It's-
celebrated all by himself.
Yeah, nobody even threw me a party. Nobody
Yeah,
bought me a car. I didn't get a cake.
Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
Wow.
support
And
it.
I even said I know that one didn't, because
Yeah.
he's like usually so deep about some stuff. So wow.
Well,
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
it made you think, though.
It's true, it did.
It still makes you think.
Yeah,
Now it's time to go to the corner.
we had to Google it.
Yeah, you ready to learn about gravity?
The corner.
Hey. Gravity. So what's your guys' definition of gravity? Or what is it?
It keeps
To
me on
you.
the planet.
I
But
mean,
where does it come from?
The core of the earth.
oh my
Why?
gosh, I just had like a full blown like discussion about this gravity and the like black hole and all of that and how we can't get there because of the gravity pull. But tell me to explain gravity and I cannot. So I just
Well,
know
What were we taught in school?
That
Remember?
giant,
That was forever ago.
I don't want to say structures, but like giant masses have gravitational pull.
Yes.
Right, because they spin round
There's
really
Yeah.
fast and the inertia,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Holds you to the planet.
Mhm.
right? And that's what it is. Okay. Well, I got a little video for you. So we'll talk after this video.
So the sun is creating planets. So we want to think there's just matter. It's flying through space and it collects via gravity. And the more mass, the more gravity.
It's supposed to, but look at take a balloon. Another
Mhm.
thing that kills gravity. Gravity is supposed to be the greater the mass is the greater the attractor. You take a balloon, you rub it on your leg, you put it over the ground. Watch the dust particles jump off the ground, off this big mass called the Earth, and jump onto that balloon. Because why? Electricity is 137 times stronger than the pull of gravity or the effects of the so-called gravity. It's the electric force that's the attractive force. It's the electric force that tightens everything together. The dividing force is the radiative force, the magnetic field. It ablates and pushes everything out.
So what do you think about that? We've been lied to all our lives, perhaps.
Is
And it's just
gravity
the
real?
magnetism of the Earth,
Oh.
electric magnetic field of the Earth that pulls us because we all have, electricity running through us, through the Earth, through everything.
That
And it's
makes
just we're
sense.
pulled to the ground towards the magnetic core that creates an electromagnetic field around the whole Earth.
It's sort
And
of the
see, when you
same
neutralize
thing,
it-
though, right?
Just a
No.
different version of how it's, instead of spinning, it's coming from the core.
Mhm.
Right. And then when you neutralize that electric field, that's how, they say UFOs or whatever don't look like they're just like zipping around. Like it's against the laws of physics because they
Yeah.
create a different electric field negative to the Earth, and so therefore they are not part of that system. If that makes
Lessens the effect of gravity, like it would be like on the moon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Why do you
Yeah.
And I guess if we're a flat Earth, we're not spinning around in circles, right? So.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Cannot have this conversation. I do not have enough energy in me to have the flat Earth conversation.
Well,
No.
Maybe,
no, yeah,
maybe.
no flat Earth.
Okay,
Thanks, Caleb.
that's
For
all right.
another day. We've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
But this concept would be a breakthrough on how you could like travel through
I was
space.
gonna say this concept would have
Yeah.
scientific ramifications of a lot of different things, like even just like our cars,
Yeah.
Right?
and like possibly someday our shoes, or you know what I mean.
Right.
Maybe
If
my
you're
joints wouldn't
repelling,
hurt so much anymore.
right? If you're repelling against the magnetism of the Earth, you would be going away going away from it, so it could shoot you away. You know what I mean? Choom.
Yeah.
At super fast speeds,
Yeah, but
depending on the power source.
then you'd have to figure out how to not fly off.
Right. That the e-brake would be the thing. Yeah, to figure out.
E-brake would be super
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
really
without
important.
it, we would be in big time trouble.
Hmm.
Gotta have that e-brake. Gotta have that handle that you hang on to in the car. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, the shit handle. Oh,
Okay,
shit.
you can say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
Watch out.
Start propelling my sneakers, and I start moving faster than I'm used to, and I'm gonna get like a little bit worried. Because
Well,
slowing
yeah.
down with age is a thing. Don't move as fast.
Yeah. Same.
So,
Hey,
Greg, are you saying the core is a magnet and the core is the electrical pull is keeping us on?
Yes. Yes. Like it can still be like a bowl, a sphere of magma or molten iron, which
Yeah.
spins and creates, an electric, like static field. Just like
So it's kind of like Tesla saying he thought he could plug anything into the Earth to, like that
Yeah.
city he built in New York, just plug it into the ground and it was supposed to work.
yeah. There's electric free energy. There's an
Yeah.
electric grid already. They used to call it the ether
Yeah.
in the ancient times, and that they would tap into it on top of like the pyramids and stuff, and they would just pull. It's like a wireless charger for a phone.
Yeah.
They could pull energy from the Earth.
don't
from
you
the
think that
atmosphere.
they're probably, even if it's not like that magnetically, that's what's causing gravity, there is something energy inside of the Earth that, I mean, it's producing natural resources that people claim take billions of years. I don't think oil and those things takes billions of years to be produced.
I
There's
don't believe that
way
either.
too much of it being taken out of the ground right now for it to take billions of years to be reproduced.
Yeah.
Because if you have that molten core, which I think most people agree that's what the Earth is, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was taught. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's right or not. I'm not a scientist. Where that energy's got to be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just sitting there and not, and I mean, I think obviously that's probably why we have earthquakes and things like that, sometimes seismic shifts, but it's got to be doing something else. Like, I think that maybe that's another topic for another day, but I'm starting to really look into the fact that I don't think oil is as precious of a resource as they want us to think it is.
I agree. I think it's all control.
Yeah.
What it is.
I
Have
agree
you
with
ever
that.
heard of grounding, like walking with your bare feet on the earth?
I have heard of that. I think that's super weird
Mhm.
because I don't like to walk barefoot outside, but
That you actually like ground yourself. You become
Yeah.
like something with electricity through the ground, and it actually has
Yeah.
healing benefits.
That's why
Well-
you put look, I put these out every full moon. And I have to put them on the ground where there is no rocks or anything. It's just dirt.
what is
Yeah.
it?
They're my little, these are, I don't know. I got it from the Rock and Gem show. I got this one and I got a little pink one.
It's a little pyramid.
Yeah. This is like they're some kind of stone or crystal.
Or a quartz, a crystal.
Yes, this one is morganite And that one over there is something else.
Hmm.
And it glows, or
No.
what does it? Oh,
It's just yeah, you charge it with the full moon, but you have to put it on because you ground it, putting it on the ground. And
What's it do after you charge it?
I don't know, it's supposed to give me some good energy.
I think there's something to it.
Yeah.
I put copper.
Well, I think the black ones for like wealth or like bringing some kind of energy for wealth, and the other ones for, I don't know, like happiness. I don't really know, you guys. I just
What? Hey,
Hey.
you know, I just learned from a buddy of mine. What's an emotion? Like your emotion? It's energy in motion.
Oh, is that
It's
what they are?
energy acted out. It's an energy
Hmm.
Like, I
that
don't
you act
know.
out.
I saw them. I wanted to support their little booth thing, and so I bought them.
There you go.
I thought they were cute, and so but I make sure to charge them every full moon, and hopefully it's doing something. I don't know. And my moon water. Do you guys drink moon water? You
No,
put
I'm not.
you
No.
have to do the same. Like you get, a cup of water, like a jar, and
Yeah.
put it outside, ground it, and drink it the next morning.
Really?
There are bugs in
Like,
it?
what do you
And-
put it in?
In like just like a mason jar.
Okay.
And then you put it on the ground. I do it all like my neighbors probably pass by and they're like, is this like a seance or something? What is
I
she-
would.
Moonshine.
I'll try it. I'm gonna try
yeah.
it.
I think, you know what? It was one of the Safe Moon Army members. I can't even remember which one had said it. And I was like, oh, and let me tell you something.
Mhm.
There
Let me
is,
tell you something, Linda.
let me tell you something, Linda. No, so I did an experiment to like drink it before and then like just get the taste and remember the taste and then drink it the next day after it's been sitting out in the full moon. I swear to you, it tastes different. I swear to you.
I
And
believe you.
cannot figure out why.
So where'd you get the water from?
My filtered water.
So
Yes,
in
the fridge.
24 hours, the chlorine will go away from water that's run out of the tap.
Well, yes.
It's already
However,
filtered.
but I put one out just on my table and I put one outside.
Oh, I thought you said it was the same deal. I see what you're saying.
No,
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. You might be right.
it's different. I'm
I'm not
telling
It's
you.
gonna
all
try it.
electrical.
Tastes
It's all
different.
electrical.
Do it, Greg.
I'm going
Next
to.
one,
I
I'm
really
gonna
will.
remind you.
When's the
Notice how
next
she
full
said
moon?
Greg, not Josh or Kelly, because she knows we're not going to do it.
I'm gonna try to get like a copper cup or a copper tin or something. Put it
Yeah,
in.
I'm gonna put a reminder so that I can remind you, so you can tell me if I'm just losing my
So
Friday,
Hey,
June 21st. Friday, June 21st.
June 21st. Okay.
Hmm.
Is moon water
All
like
right.
moonshine?
I wish. But no.
hey, I put copper lines in my garden and
June
spiral them up.
21st. I've heard of
It's
that,
called electroculture. It makes your plants grow faster.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
You just stick
I
the
think
copper
there
line
is-
in, twirl it up.
Definitely something to the electrical like field and all of the stuff that's around us, because why else would people like go camping? If you've been camping, like truly camping, it is a different experience. Like you are
It's
like it's
wonderful.
peaceful. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there's no like weird buzzing going on, or I don't know if you guys, when TVs used to be tubed, they always hummed, and now we have LEDs that don't hum like the tube TVs do,
Right.
but there's still all this electricity around us all over the place.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes people don't understand it till they get away from it from a couple days, and then you come back to it and you feel different. So there's something
And-
to that.
and-
Plus we have
and you-
iron in our blood, so I mean we're
Well-
conducting it too.
And when you camp, you're probably, touching the earth more than you would normally. Like
Not
with bare
barefooted though,
skin.
because I don't like mosquitoes.
don't?
No.
Oh.
I'll have my boots
Uh,
on, but yeah.
Well, there's a theory that says they came out with shoes like for everybody just to keep us from grounding to the earth.
Yeah.
And that's what causes us to get sick more.
It also might
So
be
you're
our
saying I
food,
should-
but that might be another topic for another day too.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
such another topic because yes, I believe
Yes,
truly
ma'am.
our food especially here in America.
Especially
Yeah.
here in America.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, thank you. Guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here next week, roughly the same time.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Roughly.
Hopefully, we
same
got some
time.
exciting news that we can share in the world of crypto. But if we don't, we're not all about that. We may talk about anything but
lunch.
crypto next week. Who knows? All right, guys. Have a great week and God bless.
Be kind.